Welcome to Elevate Alpha. You scrolling right now. Stop for just 10 seconds. Because what if I told you that the version of yourself you show the world might be slowly killing the real you inside? That the likes, the approval, the perfectly curated life is building a cage around your soul. Hold eye contact, sound familiar, then you need to be here. How many times today have you edited yourself? Softened an opinion to avoid conflict, scrolled past something you loved because it wasn't cool enough to share, agreed to something that made your gut scream, no, just to fit in. We live in a world drowning in filters, not just on our phones, but on our lives. A society obsessed with surfaces, where authenticity feels like a radical, dangerous act, and it's exhausting, isn't it? That constant performance. That whisper in the back of your mind, is this really me? Think about Sarah. Sarah crushed it in her corporate job. Flawless presentations, always said the right thing. Networked like a pro, but driving home every night, a hollow pit in her stomach. She'd stare at her reflection and barely recognize the woman in the suit. The real Sarah loved painting messy abstract art and volunteering at the animal shelter. Passions she buried because they didn't fit the executive brand. She traded her spark for a paycheck and approval, and the cost was her soul's oxygen. Or think about Mike. Mike built his whole online persona around being the always up, hustle hard entrepreneur. Every post was #grind, #blessed, #winning, but behind the screen, crippling anxiety, fear of failure so intense it paralyzed him. He couldn't show doubt, couldn't ask for help. It would shatter the image. He became a prisoner of his own highlight reel, terrified the world would discover he was human. That's the trap, right? We polish the mask so much, we forget the face underneath. Here's the brutal, beautiful truth they don't tell you. Your comfort zone isn't comfortable. It's a slow death. Every time you silence your true voice, dim your weird light, or bend yourself to fit someone else's mold, you're not playing it safe. You're burying your potential. You're letting the fake society win. But listen to me. You weren't born to be a spectator in your own life, echoing someone else's script. You were born with a unique fingerprint on your soul, an identity that's yours and yours alone, an unbreakable identity, and reclaiming it. That's the most powerful rebellion there is. So, how do you forge something unbreakable in a world built on sand? It's not about becoming bulletproof to judgment. It's about becoming rooted so deep within yourself that external noise becomes just that. Noise. Science and psychology point the way. 1. The mirror of brutal honesty. This is the foundation. You cannot build on lies, especially the ones you tell yourself. Action. Carve out 10 minutes of pure silence. No distractions. Ask, what are my non-negotiable core values? What truly matters to me, not my parents, my boss, or Instagram? Write them down. Be mercilessly honest. Is it integrity, adventure, creativity, compassion? This is your bedrock. When you know this, decisions become clearer. Cognitive dissonance, that gut wrench when your actions clash with your values, becomes your compass pointing away from the fake. 2. Embrace the uncomfortable yes and the courageous no. Your values need muscles. That means saying yes to things that scare you but align with your core. The art class, the vulnerable conversation, the career leap. And it means saying a firm, kind no to things that drain your soul or force you into a costume. Action. Identify one thing this week you'll say yes to that terrifies but excites your authentic self. Identify one draining obligation, people-pleasing habit, or inauthentic task you'll say no to. Start small, build the muscle. Neuroscience shows each courageous act strengthens your brain's pathway for future authenticity. 3. Seek the real connection oasis. In a desert of superficiality, real connection is your life-giving oasis. But real connection demands vulnerability, showing the cracks, the doubts, the unfiltered you. Action: identify 1-2 people in your life who feel safe, who light you up, who accept your weirdness. Intentionally deepen one conversation with them this week. Share something real, a fear, a dream, a struggle. Ditch the small talk. The spotlight effect is real. We vastly overestimate how much people notice, judge us. Most people are too worried about their own masks to scrutinize yours. Find your tribe who cheers your unmasked self. 4. Detox the digital diet. You are what you consume. If you're constantly ingesting curated perfection, highlight reels, and outrage bait, guess what starts to feel normal? Guess what erodes your sense of self? Action: audit your feeds. Ruthlessly unfollow mute accounts that make you feel inadequate, angry, or like you need to be someone else. Actively seek accounts that inspire authenticity, growth, and diverse perspectives. Set strict boundaries. No phone first last hour of the day. Give your mind space to hear its own voice, not just the algorithm's scream. Building this unbreakable identity isn't about becoming a statue, cold and immovable. It's about becoming a deeply rooted tree. Storms will come: criticism, rejection, societal pressure. They'll howl, they'll rage. But when your roots tap into your core values, your authentic truth, the winds might bend you, but they cannot break you. You sway. You learn, you grow stronger. You become the lighthouse in the fog of fakeness, not just for yourself, but for others lost at sea. Imagine looking in the mirror a year from now. The person staring back, you know them. Deeply, there's a quiet confidence, a peace, not because life is perfect, but because you're living it as you. No more exhausting performances. No more hollow victories, just the powerful, messy, magnificent reality of being authentically, unapologetically you. That freedom, that power, it's not just possible, it's your birthright. Stop renting space in someone else's idea of who you should be. Evict the imposter. Reclaim your soul's address. Tonight, before you sleep, in the quiet dark where the masks come off, ask yourself one raw, real question. What is one way I betrayed my true self today? And what's one small, courageous step I can take tomorrow to honor it? Write it down, whisper it to the night. Plant that seed of rebellion. The journey to unbreakable starts with a single, honest moment. Take yours. If this resonated, hit like. It tells the algorithm this real stuff matters. Subscribe for more deep dives into living with purpose in a shallow world. But more importantly, share this with one person you know is fighting this same battle. Let them know they're not alone. Let's build a community of the rooted, the real, the unbreakable. This is Elevate Alpha. Go find your truth. We'll see you out there.